be shocked in the next 2 years if you see Nene Leakes back. Wouldn't shock me.
And her thing is a little more complicated because it was a lawsuit, but like, look, we're already considering Ramona. We just didn't give her a contract. I mean, it is just like,
I think Ramona will be back.
I think so. And that's another thing. Like, Ramona makes her statement that she left, which we all know is bullshit. But then I do believe when she says that she's over it. Like, I do. Like, that is the one thing about Ramona. Like, she is out there living her life. She really doesn't care. Like, she's not talking RHONY like others that leave these shows do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when Ramona says she left on her own, well, I mean, you all were fired. Luann, Sonia, I mean, they let you all go. She wasn't given a contract back. But I do, so that wasn't really her own choosing. But I do believe that she's living her life. West Palm. I mean, Ramona's about Ramona. So I really believe when she says my life is much better now. And of course it's more relaxed, girl. It's not for your $1 million. But I do believe that if they put contract, she's a businesswoman. I don't think she's exactly selling a ton of real estate. If they put a contract in front of her and said, here's, $200,000 for 2 weeks of work, I do think we're going to see Ramona back. And Jill is really, from my sources, this Ramona thing is not true. It's not true. And this whole RHONY Girls Trip thing is not, you know what it is? It's Andy's. He can't get over it. He can't get over it. This is, Andy knew Carol Raswell forever. He knew Luann forever. Like, it's him. He still lives. I mean, I thought it was knowledge, so I won't say exactly the address or where, because that's called doxing. But I mean, he lives in the same apartment that he's lived in. I mean, he is a New Yorker. Andy, this is his baby. This is it. New York fucking City. That has something to do with it. It does. If this was another franchise, you think Andy's looking to bring back Dallas Girls Trip?
No. But why? Okay, one last thing on this. And then I know we have so much to get to. So
sure, darling.
But what is it about Jill? I mean, they seem like they get so close and then they can't do it. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, good for her for standing up and being like, look, I need more money, right? I mean, why is it that they're so hung up on that? She can't be the first person to ask for more money.
I think yeah. But I mean, how much more? I think maybe they could have worked something out. By the way, I think, with Ramona, they don't need Jill. I mean, then that's problem solved. Problem solved. But I mean, if you don't have Ramona and you don't have Jill, I think Alex is probably at the top of the list. Or Viva's name is kicking around. Jill, from my sources, this Ramona thing is not true. The whole girls trip thing, it's possible. Jill is not... really, Jill has some other things that she has going on, to be honest with you. Someone keeps asking me if I could please. Jill keeps posting that she's away somewhere. I know where Jill is. I do, but I really do know where Jill is, and I know exactly what Jill is doing. But I won't. This is where I'm not a scumbag. Jill, you see, I'm not a scumbag, because when it's a really reliable source and it's really told to me in confidence, I really honestly can't reveal it. But Jill does have some things.
She's getting hair plugs in Turkey.
I mean, that would be cool. But, by the way, I mean...
I go to Turkey now for hair plugs in their teeth. Every time I turn on my fucking TikTok, everyone's like, and today I'm going to Turkey to get beard implants.
No, Turkey's big for the hair. No, it's big for hair, for real. But the one thing I will say, because I don't know this from a reliable... let me rephrase that. I know this is true, but I don't know it from the same source that I would be breaking trust. But I know for a fact Jill is on the next season of Below Deck. I mean, she went on Below Deck. I don't know if she posted that. So there's a lot of things. She's not really going to be probably part of this New York thing. She is on Below Deck for one episode, like all the other people make their appearance. She went with Gary. I know that for a fact. But then the thing that she's doing right now, which would break confidence, Jill is away doing something in the entertainment world for a minute. So we'll see what happens, guys.
Okay, let's move on. But I feel like the other person that's going to be back is Bethenny. I don't know. She's
thirsty, huh?
Well, and this is my own opinion, and I agree with Bethenny on some topics and then some I don't. But Real Wives seems to be dropping in the ratings just from what I've just naturally observed. And there's a lot more, there's just a lot more housewives talk from her. And I think if the money's right, she's about exposure, which is genius. I mean, I'm not knocking her. I just think, I don't know. I think you're going to I think Bravo has learned their lesson. Name a newbie in the past 4 years. Maybe Candy Gal would be the only one who's really even stuck and made a name and people are interested in. I think they've learned their lesson over the past 4 years and it's not working. So I think they are going to go, you know what? We're all fucking in. We're all in. Vanderpump Rules, thank God, has resurrected us big time. You know, they're attracting a shit ton of new business as far as advertisers. I wouldn't be shocked. And
you know what it is?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, you know what it is also? It's like, you can't have nostalgia 5 years in. It's like, we can now have nostalgia the same way we had Fuller House. We had revived 90210. You know what I mean? The Hills New Beginnings came back. Now, a lot of these things I just mentioned were complete disasters and failures, but it's you can have this nostalgia now because the pool to choose from is so big that when you're talking like 10 years ago, it's time for the nostalgia. Like, I just went to 90s Con a few weeks ago. I still got to post pictures from that. You know what I mean? 80s Con, like, the nostalgia is a real thing because it touches a part of you. Listen, I want everyone right now to close your eyes and tell me that the best music of your life. If you grew up in the 80s, I guarantee you it's 80s music. If you grew up in the 90s, I guarantee you it's 90s music. Hey, we did this before. We have 20-somethings listening to us, and I love all of you. If you grew up in the 2000s, it's early 2000s. Brittany and Justin, woo-woo. Whatever year, whatever era you grew up in, the nostalgia, the music you really love, at the end of the day, you might give like Taylor's new stuff a chance, and the new Miley is fucking great. I have it on repeat, although Perez Hilton doesn't like it. You like the current stuff, but the real stuff, you love that nostalgia. So it's a real thing. So now when we're having Phaedra on Married to Medicine and this, it's the new brand. It's the new brand of Bravo. And it's I think it's a good idea.
Alex McCord. Look at Alex McCord. I mean, she's back on a girl trip. You're going to get Miss Bethenny back. And I think you are going to get Nene back. And can you imagine if Nene and Bethenny teamed up and did something? I mean, you know, people, the buzz, Bravo is genius at this. And I think they've learned their lesson.
I don't know if they could afford Bethany, but you know what it is? Maybe Bethenny could have like a guest star appearance or something. I don't know.
They can afford it.
I'm not completely disagreeing with you, though. I mean,
all these other projects they're desperately trying to start up. I mean, you know, I guess they're going to film a season 2 of Dubai. Maybe that works because
I mean, it's filming, honey. I mean, I know for a fact it's filming.
Our girl, oh my God, who's the one from Atlanta?
Stanberry?
No, who's the one that's oh God, you know, she used to be on Atlanta, not Phaedra. Is it Phaedra? Yeah. Is Phaedra going to be on?
No, you're thinking of, I thought you were thinking of, what the hell is her name? Cynthia Bailey. I thought you were thinking of Cynthia Bailey.
I thought Phaedra Parks was joining.
She's joining Married to Medicine. I don't know if she's also filming from Dubai. But no, this nostalgia works. Listen, I don't see Bethenny on this